expect anybody is late. Opened the door and there you were, standing there with that old guitar. You said, man, it's been a while. I said, yeah, but you still got that smile. You dropped your bag beside the chair, like you've never been away from here. We didn't talk about the years, didn't need to explain where we've been. Kamusta bro, how's life been? You laughed and said, still figuring it out. You still laugh the same, even after all these years. Same old jokes, same old stories, still enough to bring us here. We don't need a lot tonight, just a chair and something cold. Summer, summer, talking slowly, like the years were never gone. We ordered food from down the street. You said they still make the best noodles. Then you started telling me about your job. I said, sounds like you've been working too much. You showed me pictures on your phone, places I'd never seen before. I asked if you'd stay another day. You said maybe, if the boss says okay. After dinner we walked outside. The street was quiet on both sides. We passed the place where we used to play, back when we had nothing else to do all day. You stopped and looked across the road, said, man, this place feels different now. I said, maybe it's not the town, maybe we're the ones who change somehow. Funny how a friend can leave and come back and make you see some parts of who you used to be are still right here, just quietly. You still laugh the same, even after all these years. Same old jokes, same old stories, still enough to bring us here. We don't need a lot tonight, just a chair and something cold. Summer, summer, talking slowly, like the years were never gone. You stayed until the street got quiet and said, I'll call you next week. I smiled and said, you better. You laughed, yeah, I'll see. The house got quiet around 11. One by one the lights went off. I stayed outside with an old chair, just me in the night air. I poured some water, checked my phone, a few new messages, but I left them alone. Tomorrow I'll get back to all of that. Tonight I just need to sit back. It's been a long one, that's all. Nothing serious, just one of those days. So I lean back and take a breath, let the quiet do the rest. After everyone sleeps, I get a little time for me. No talking, no running around, just the night and a quiet town. Maybe tomorrow I'll do more, but tonight I'm good where I am. Dahan, dahan, let the hours go. Sometimes that's all I need to know. Family's TV is still on. I hear a voice, then nothing. The neighbor's dog starts barking twice. Then even he decides it's time to sleep. I laugh to myself and shake my head. Okay, buddy, good night. I think about the week gone by, the things I did, the things I forgot. Some went well, some didn't work, but tomorrow gives me another shot. I don't need to figure everything out. I've learned that much along the way. Some questions can wait until morning. Tonight can simply be today. No lesson, no big words tonight. Just a quiet room and a little light. Sometimes peace is nothing more than knowing you can close the door. After everyone sleeps, I get a little time for me. No talking, no running around, just a night and a quiet town. Maybe tomorrow I'll do more, but tonight I'm good where I am. Dahan, dahan, let the hours go. Sometimes that's all I need to know. The clock moves past 12. I finally stand and stretch. One last look at the quiet street, then I turn the porch light off. Sunday morning, no alarm, sunlight coming through the curtain. I make some coffee, open the gate. The street is quiet, it's still pretty early. My old bike's covered up with dust. I grab a bucket, that's enough. My neighbor walks by with his dog. He says, bro, you're finally cleaning that thing. I laugh and say, yeah, today. He shakes his head and walks away. Kumusta kuya, good morning man. Nothing much, just doing what I can. Sunday morning outside, no reason to hurry, nowhere to hide. Water on the ground, music on low, let the easy morning flow. Someone's cooking down the street, smells so good I might go eat. Dahan, dahan, take your time, it's just another Sunday morning of mine. Sunday morning of mine. The kids are playing down the road. Someone's fixing up an old window. A woman hangs her clothes outside. They move a little with the morning breeze. My friend comes over with 2 drinks, sits beside me on the front steps. He says, are you still thinking of that trip? I say, maybe, if I get the time. By noon the street gets louder, motorbikes coming back from somewhere. We talk about football and the weather, then argue about which team is better. Nothing important, nothing new, but somehow that's what Sundays do. You don't have to go anywhere when the people you know are already there. Maybe someday I'll miss this place, the little street, the familiar faces. So I'll enjoy it while I can, one ordinary Sunday at a time. Sunday morning outside, no reason to hurry, nowhere to hide. Water on the ground, music on low, let the easy morning flow. Someone's cooking down the street, smells so good I might go eat. Dahan, dahan, take your time, it's just another Sunday morning of mine. it's alright. Got off the bus around 5, tired eyes but feeling alive. Bag on my shoulder, keys in my hand. Finally back in my old neighborhood. The bakery was still open wide. Same old sign on the side. The guy behind the counter looked at me, said, long time bro, where have you been? I smiled and said, I've been around. He said, well, you're back in town. Kumusta, man? Same old place. Funny how nothing really changed. Back to my street, back to the sound, back to the people I've known around. Same little shop, same old chair, same evening breeze in the air. I don't need a brand new view. Sometimes old things feel brand new. After being somewhere far, it's good to know just where you are. Oh, I walk past the house next door. The neighbor waved like before. Kids were playing in the street. Someone was calling them in to eat. My friend came out and saw my bag. Bro, you look tired. I said, yeah, I am. He laughed and said, come sit a while. I dropped my bag and stayed a while. We talked about the things I missed, the food, the jokes, the little stuff. I told him stories from the trip. He said, sounds good, but you're home now. The evening slowly settled in. Street lights started coming on. I looked around and thought to myself, yeah, I miss this more than I knew. You can travel far and see new places, meet new people, learn new ways. But there's something about familiar streets that makes you breathe a little easier. Back to my street, back to the sound, back to the people I've known around. Same little shop, same old chair, same evening breeze in the air. I don't need a brand new view. Sometimes old things feel brand new. After being somewhere far, it's good to know just where you are. Oh, oh. Back on the floor, door closed behind. Tomorrow I'll unpack the rest in time. For tonight, I'll just sit here. Good to be home again. Yeah, Saturday morning, market's already loud. People walking slowly through the crowd. Mama's got her basket in her hand, looking for the best fish in the stand. Someone selling mangoes by the gate. I stop for coffee while I wait. The guy behind the counter knows my name. He pours the usual without asking me again. Good morning, Kuya, how's your day? He smiles and says, same old way. Sakto lang, nothing new. That's how mornings usually do. Saturday at the market, everybody knows somebody. Little talks, a cup of coffee. Someone's laughing down the this one, it's really sweet. I take a bite and shake my head, she laughs. Okay, you don't like it then? A little boy is chasing his sister, nearly knocks over a basket of ginger. His mother says slow down her neck. He stops for 2 seconds, then runs right back. By 11 the crowd gets thin, vendors start packing things away. I buy some bread for later on, then take the long road home. I pass the barber and say hello. He says, bro, your hair is getting long. I laugh and say maybe next week. He says, you've been saying that for 3 weeks. Nothing special happened today, just little things along the way. But somehow when the morning ends I feel lucky, knowing these people. Saturday at the market, everybody knows somebody. Little talks, a cup of coffee, someone's laughing down the alley. Take your time, there's no hurry, let the morning come to you. Tarana, walk with me, there's always something new to see. Basket in my hand, coffee almost gone. Market's quiet, but the day is still young. Same old street, same old sound. Good to see familiar faces around. Clock says 6, I'm on my way. Same old traffic, same old day. I should be home, I know I should, but I see the guys where the small shop stood. I pull over, just 5 minutes. Someone laughs, you always say this. Plastic chair, cold drink in hand, watching people cross the road again. How was work? You asked me first. I say, long day, could have been worse. Como esta? Same question back. We laugh about the things we lack. 5 more minutes, that's what I say. Now the evening's almost gone instead. One more story, one more laugh. Maybe this is all we need tonight. No big plans, no fancy place, just familiar voices and familiar faces. Tara, stay a little while, work and wait for another mile. The shop owner knows us by now. He puts the usual drinks on the counter. A radio plays somewhere behind. Old reggae mixed with passing cars. Someone talks about his new job, someone else complains about his boss. I don't remember how it started, but we're laughing like we always do. The sky turns dark around the town, street lights slowly flicker on. I check my phone, there's a message. Are you coming home for dinner? I look at the guys and shake my head. Okay boys, I really gotta go. They laugh and say, same time tomorrow. I say, we'll see, you already know. Some evenings don't need a reason, they just happen when they happen. A little time with people you know can make a long day feel much lighter. 5 more minutes, that's what I say. Now the evening's almost gone instead. One more story, one more laugh. Maybe this is all we need tonight. No big plans, no fancy place, just familiar voices and familiar faces. Tara, stay a little while, work and wait for another mile. minutes, I wave goodbye. Someone shouts, don't be late tomorrow. I laugh and say, no promises. 5 more minutes, maybe next time.